Well, hello everyone. My name is Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story. Some of them are thoughtful, some of them make you think about things, some of them are funny. This particular story today is in a book called Sunset Musings by Bob Johnston, and it says Reflections of a Senior. And the title of this one is called The Lost Hour. So this one gives you something to think about. Every March across Bruce County and in the middle of darkened night, when no one was watching, we somehow lost an hour of sleep. Where that missing 60 minutes went, I have no idea. Perhaps it now resides in some mysterious cyberspace cloud where tech-smart people have already reassured me my saved emails, documents, and photos are safely resting. I suspect that many older adults can think of some painful hours from our past we wish we could disappear forever. Sadly for us, those hours are not even stored in far-off cyberspace, but remain firmly implanted in our conscious memories, and we seem to lack a delete key. What might those moments consist of? Here are 3 common themes. Bad decisions. I should have bought those stocks, or I should not have bought those stocks. I married the wrong person. I made a poor career choice. Any of us might now be living with some deep lingering regret, our thoughts obsessively fixed on the past. A preferred option could be to see those poor decisions differently, to recognize that we are now wiser, having gained insight from our mistakes. Future choices will come along. We are now better equipped for decision making. Some good came out of our past errors. Remembering past misjudgments can leave us bitter or make us better. As the 19th century Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard noted, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. The second section here is called Bad Behavior. Obviously, no one is perfect. However, some past incidents of wrongdoing linger in our conscience far longer than those other inevitable bits of imperfection we accept without guilt. A troubled conscience is an unwelcome companion over life's journey. A better choice might be to seek to make amends, if that option remains possible. Is the one whom you offended still available for an apology? Confession really is good for the soul. Have you paid enough penalty for your crime, and can you now move on? Have you made compensation if that is the right course of action? One benefit from messing up is that we can gain insight into our poor behavior and learn a better way. Sometimes we believe that God has forgiven us, but we lack self-forgiveness. Rick Warren, an American pastor and author, recognizes this dilemma. We are products of our past, but don't have to be prisoners of it. Good point. The last section is called Bad Hurts. This is a different category of painful past memories. Here we are on the receiving end of someone else's poor decision or bad behavior. While the event may have occurred a long while ago, the pain is as real as today. But to hold on to that hurt only continues to leave us in the role of the victim. That offender from the past still controls us each time our unresolved emotional reactivity is triggered. While we must never suppress, deny, or excuse the wrongdoing, we can let go of it, sometimes needing the help of a skilled listener or a support person. Forgiveness can sometimes be an option. Forgiveness can sometimes be an option. I'm going to repeat that. A counselor would remind us that having gotten through a deep hurt, we are qualified to proudly wear the label of resilient survivor. We've become stronger and now better able to overcome what future life might toss our way. Our chosen night in March, we did permanently lose that hour. We will gain its replacement in November, along with a most welcome extra hour of sleep. Wouldn't it be emotionally healthy to permanently let go of those painful hours from the past which still haunt? When we make that shift from yesterday to tomorrow, we will find a new energy and freedom to continue on the rest of our life journey. In The Tempest, William Shakespeare mused, "What past is prologue?" What's past is prologue. Very interesting. This is a remarkable story. Well done, Bob Johnston. Boy, I can think of all kinds of things that I did that showed some bad behavior. I also was probably hurt a little bit in my lifetime, that's for sure. My real father left us when he arrived home from overseas, from the war. He decided he didn't want to be a father anymore, and he left my sister and I. We didn't know about him, hear about him. His pictures were never shown to us, and we just went on and managed. We were just bounced around here and there. Grandparents took us in. I ended up with my grandmother in Owen Sound. It was very hurtful that he would take off and leave us like that with no child support, etc. But then he came along and visited us when I was 26 years old, and I got to meet him and see him, and I could write a book about that first meeting with him. But it was about forgiveness and whether I was able to do that. My sister had a little bit more difficulty with it than I did, but we did get around to it, and it was very healing. That's the word I'm looking for. It was very healing to have actually met him and to have talked to him, and he had the opportunity to say, "I want to see what you look like, and I want you to be able to ask me all the tough questions." So there we have it. Now, it gives you some time to think about some of the things that Bob Johnston is talking about here in your own life. And what a wonderful story for me to share with you today. So thanks for taking 5, and drop by the market. I'll see you there. Bye-bye now.